Welcome back to a new video, everyone. Today I'm gonna do a video that actually is a result of a poll I did on my channel on the community tab. So if you want to chime in on what videos I make in the future, check that tab out because I will continue to post polls on there to see what you guys want to see on the channel. But this video is some sets that I think we could see next year, with LEGO already having confirmed, or basically confirmed, 3 new Clone Wars sets, being 2 helmet, Rex and Cody, and a new 501st battle pack. And those sets are cool, but a bit on the smaller end. These are some big sets that I have in mind that maybe could feature. I've actually split it up into 3 different categories. It's probably not happening category, we could maybe see, and I think we will see categories. But as I said, these are not 100%, these are just my speculation, but based on what we have seen previously, these are Clone Wars sets that we could see next year. The first category on the list I've chosen to feature are the probably not happening sets, but also probably some of the cooler sets in my opinion. The first set is a fan favorite that has been requested for over 10 years now to be re-released, and it's the Republic dropship. Originally came out in 2009 and retailed for 250 euros, being one of the most expensive sets to have been released up until then in the LEGO Star Wars line. Sealed one now goes for a whopping 1,600 euros on Bricklink, and therefore a new one would be massively appreciated by the community. I sadly don't think we will have a new one, because if they remade one of these, it would probably have the cost upwards of 300 and 400 euros, and would therefore border on the UCS line. These kinds of sets aren't priorities for LEGO, and I don't think that we will see another Republic dropship maybe ever. Unfortunately, as cool as the set is. I was unlucky enough to never get a hold of this set myself. I've only seen pictures of it, and I'm very envious that I didn't get one myself. But I don't think, unfortunately, we will ever see this set again. It won't make sense from LEGO standpoint to produce this set. The other probably not happening set I've chosen to feature is a Venator, or a UCS one to be exact. This, on the other hand, is a bit more of a logical set, if you ask me, especially with the anniversary of the Clone Wars original series coming up in the next year. The UCS Venator would be very logical. We have had a Venator previously, but it wasn't the UCS one, and it came out in 2009. It retailed for 120 euros, but in my opinion, it's actually quite a bad set. It looks off, and it's a quite fat set, a very bulky one. I'm a big fan of the Venator, as you can maybe see if you look behind me. I have a big mock of a Venator. Yeah, I would love to see this set come to fruition in the next year, but I sadly don't think it will. UCS sets are almost always from the original trilogy. The only exception we've had in the last few years is the Razor Crest that came out just a few weeks ago. If you want to seal the Venator, the one they released in 2009, you will have to fork up over 500 euros on a sealed one in box. Therefore, I think it would be very nice to have a UCS one. It's something that the fans have longed for. I sadly think we will not see this set in the coming future, or at least not for a few years, since LEGO's priority is not to make UCS sets of non-original trilogy sets. The next category is the we could maybe see it category. I'm not ruling this out, but I also don't think we should be expecting them in any regard. And the first set of this category is the Clone Turbo Tank. They have released a few Clone Turbo Tanks over the years. The reason I think this is in the maybe category is because I think we will see a gunship before we see a Clone Turbo Tank, and I will get to that in the next category. But as I said, we have had multiple iterations of the Clone Turbo Tank. The last one came out in 2016. It retailed for 120 euros. A sealed one now will cost you upwards of 200 euros. They've always done the Clone Turbo Tanks quite well. They look very good. The minifigure selection is also always very good in these sets. I really would like to see another Clone Turbo Tank, and I think we will get another Clone Turbo Tank, but unfortunately probably not until 2024-25 if I'm allowed to guess. But when we do get one, I think it actually will be worth the wait, as long as they keep up the same standard as they have with previous iterations. We will probably have to expect them to cost somewhere in the line of 150 to 200 euros. The next set on maybe category is the T6 Jedi Shuttle that recently featured in the Tales of the Jedi series. We have actually had one iteration of this previously, and that is the one that came out in 2011. It retailed for 60 euros, and now a sealed one goes for upwards of 200 euros. The T6 Shuttle is something that some people think is very cool looking, some people think is very bad looking. I for one think it's a very cool ship. I love the way it rotates, just like the Mandalorian Starfighter. The reason I say we probably maybe won't get one is because animated series, except from LEGO Star Wars and Clone Wars, haven't been shown a lot of love over the last few years. With the new series like Tales of the Jedi coming out, and this ship featuring in, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, I think it's a main contender to actually be one of the few ships that actually get the set from the series. It probably won't be too expensive. I'm guessing it will cost around 80 euros. Depending on how the minifigure selection looks like and how big the build is. I would love to get this set. I think it's a very cool set. The last time they released this set, they actually had quite a good selection with quite good Jedis as well. So I really think that this set could perform if they nail the minifigure selection and the shuttle as well. And the last category on the list is the ships that I actually expect we will get. If not next year, we will probably get them in early 2024. First one is the Republic gunship, as I mentioned earlier. We have had a few, but the last one came out in 2013 and retailed for 120 euros. And the sealed one now costs you upwards of 450 euros. The gunships always have a good minifigure selection, in my opinion. The builds are always good as well. This is the reason I think we will get a Republic gunship before we get the Clone Turbo Tank, is because the Clone Turbo Tank came out in 2016. The gunship came out in 2013. So they will probably follow the ATT up with the gunship, and then the gunship with another Clone Turbo Tank. I just hope that they keep the same standard with the minifigures that they have in previous iterations. especially the last one in 2013. If previous builds are anything to go by, they always nail the structure of the builds, they always nail how they look. It's one of the few sets as well that I think also have a consistent good minifigure selection in, as I said. But yeah, I think we'll get one probably in the summer wave, if not the winter wave. But I think the summer wave we will get another Republic gunship. But yeah, I think we will get one. It will probably retail for around 150 euros. It will most likely be more expensive than the ATT. The next set I've chosen to feature is bordering on the maybe category, but I think we might actually see one. If not this summer, I think next summer. And it's the Rex's Y-Wing. Also featured recently in the Tales of the Jedi series. Has also featured in Clone Wars and I want to say Bad Batch, but I'm not sure. But definitely in Clone Wars and Tales of the Jedi. If we get this, we will most likely get a Phase 2 Rex and a very detailed Episode 3 era Ahsoka, and maybe even some other 501st troopers as well. Fans have been asking for this set for quite some time now, and with it appearing in so many different kinds of media and series, I think it will be inevitable that LEGO will actually release one soon. Because the ship is not that big, I think that the set can actually be released at quite a good price point, somewhere along the lines of 70 to 80 euros, depending on the minifigures included, but you never know with LEGO. But as I said, I won't expect this. I will definitely expect the gunship to be released over the Rex's Y-Wing. If I had to choose just myself on which I wanted the most, I would most likely say the Rex's Y-Wing. It's such a unique set, a unique ship. It will be something from a fan favorite character with hopefully a very good minifigure selection and something I really hope we'll see in the near future. So that's all for me, guys. That was just me rambling about some LEGO sets that I want to see in the future, that I think we can see in the future, and some that I probably think we won't see in the future. If you like this kind of more rambly videos, please let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, and commenting. But that is all for now. Thank you all for watching.